Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. Today's show is sponsored by True Classic. They don't just make polos, they make t-shirts like I'm wearing today. Get 25% off your order at trueclassic.com/chat when you use promo code chat. We're going to give a shout out to the person who comments the most on today's show. The last time we did this, the Rebel Hawk was our win with 604. Now, I'm not saying you need 604 to win. That's a lot. Anyone who beats that number, I guarantee a shout-out. And the highest overall will also get a shout-out. By the way, I apologize for sounding like I'm dying, not feeling the best. We're going to power through it anyway, so get your comments in there. Most comments gets a shout-out on an upcoming video. We begin with the latest on Trevon Diggs. ESPN has looked at the extension status, I'll call it, of Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb we'll get to here in a little bit. The Cowboys, in an ideal world, would like to get a deal done before or during training camp. Now, in particular for Trevon Diggs' side of it, compared to Lamb's, I am a little bit more cautious about feeling it's a done deal he's going to get paid. I think the Cowboys want to pay him. I think Diggs wants to be in Dallas, but I think there could be a gap between where the Cowboys feel more comfortable and what money Diggs is looking at. I think Todd Archer kind of alludes to this too. He writes, Green Bay's Jaire Alexander is the highest paid corner at $21 million per year and has 10 interceptions in 5 seasons. Diggs has 17 in his first 3 seasons, the 4th most in a player's first 3 years since 2000. He can make a case to be the highest paid at his position, but this is a tricky negotiation when factoring in the potential deals for Lamb and Dak Prescott this offseason and Micah Parsons in 2024. I think if you're Diggs' camp, you're going to ask to be the highest paid corner. That's what agents like to do, right? The Cowboys might approach it as, you know what? We love you, Diggs. We're going to make you a top 10 corner. Make no mistake about it. But we just watched J.C. Jackson, who fits the similar ball hawk, sometimes inconsistent, sometimes gets beat. Not the best run stopper, but he's a playmaker. He's great at what he does, corner. Only get $16.5 million on the open market. And that gap is sizable. That's a nearly $5 million gap per year. That's number 8 versus number 1. I'm a big fan of what Trevon Diggs brings. Don't get me wrong on that front. I think even despite the interception numbers not being the same, the big plays allowed plummeted last year. And for what he has been so far in his NFL career, you have to be over the moon with what the Cowboys have gotten out of Diggs. But the Cowboys have a tendency to drag their feet at times on contracts. They did it with Tank Lawrence. They did it with Dak Prescott. They did it with Amari Cooper. I could see Diggs falling victim to that same status. So the pinned comment on today's show. Will Dallas pay Diggs before this season begins? Y for yes, N for no. If an ad comes here on the YouTube side of it, cool, just ignore it. No one cares. Head down there and vote Y or N. I would like to get this deal done. I am not concerned because I know how the salary cap can be manipulated in paying Diggs and Dak and Lamb and all these guys and Micah. You can make that happen not super easily, but it's very doable despite what maybe Catboy Stephen Jones might tell you. But I do think the Diggs deal in particular is going to be tougher than CeeDee Lamb's. Because as we get into with Lamb, there's not the same ascending pay structure, right? Like J.C. Jackson, who we mentioned earlier, got paid in free agency, did not get the deal he thought he was going to get. Jaire Alexander, Denzel Ward, they've gotten paid the $20+ million price tag. I would think that Diggs wants that $20 million figure. I hope he's a bit less of a, at times, drama person than his brother Stephon is. But the Cowboys also aren't scared of using the franchise tag. And that could become a problem when Terrence Steele, Heather Biotish, also set to be free agents next year. But that is something that's worth monitoring. How do the Cowboys approach their extension? Remember last time the Cowboys had some big deals due, and they paid Lyle Collins and Jalen Smith earlier than expected? I could see something similar with maybe someone like Terrence Steele getting paid before Trevon Diggs does. Today's show is made possible by True Classic. I'm rocking one of their t-shirts because they don't just make polos. They make the most comfortable t-shirts known to man as well. 25% off when you use promo code CHAT, CHAT, over at trueclassic.com/chat. I just got some True Classic tees and polos and even some shorts for my dad and my father-in-law for this Father's Day. Plus, I had a little bit extra money left over, so I bought some more for myself. Don't tell my wife. trueclassic.com/chat. 25% off when you use promo code chat. From comfort jeans, chinos, active shirts, shorts, joggers, polos as well. They've got something that you're going to love because of the fit, the comfort, and the cost as well. trueclassic.com/chat. Links in the comment section and in the description of today's show. Don't forget to use that promo code chat for 25% off, and they will give you free shipping on purchases over $100 or, of course, more than $100. trueclassic.com/chat. Use promo code chat. CeeDee Lamb, let's go to him here as we look at the extension status. And much like the Diggs, same conversation around this standpoint here. Dallas would love to get a deal done before or during training camp. And I think it would be a surprise if we get to even like August and there's no CeeDee Lamb deal done yet. I think the Cowboys are motivated, and I think this is an easier deal to figure out the numbers, as we'll get into, than maybe the CeeDee Lamb conversation is. So I am quite excited to have Lamb locked up because I think he's awesome at what he does. So who ends up getting paid first? TD for Trevon Diggs, CL for CeeDee Lamb. Go ahead and vote for me in the comment section. I think it's CeeDee Lamb pretty easily, but let me hear what you guys have to say down there. Here's what ESPN's Todd Archer reports on the CeeDee Lamb front. Cap space and cash will not be the issue, but length of the deal could. Players want shorter deals to the market again, while teams want longer deals to help their cap. The Cowboys went through with Prescott. There are 14 receivers making more than $20 million per season, and Lamb, who was the second receiver in team history to have a 100-catch, 1,300-yard season, joining Michael Irvin, figures to land between that mark and the $30 million Tyreek Hill earns as the highest-paid receiver. Archer's right, and the numbers to monitor here are, as you'll see on screen, Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, A.J. Brown, and also DK Metcalf. Brown's at $25 million. I think you have to beat A.J. Brown's figure because Brown, Metcalf, Deebo, and McLaurin, same agent, and they all fit the same mold. Young, ascending wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb has gotten better each and every season he's played football. More catches, more yards, more touchdowns. You can't ask for much more in terms of like, show me you got better each year than that graphic on screen right now. He has gotten better each and every single season. I'm a huge fan of what he does. In a heartbeat, I'm giving him, 4 years, $26 million per year. That's a no-brainer. Now, if he wants a bit more, okay, I guess we got to work through that. But I do think somewhere in that ballpark is what Lamb should get and will end up getting. If you guys love the Cowboys Report, and if you're okay with my voice sounding like I'm dying, then hit that sub button right now, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Free Cowboys videos every single day when you guys are subscribed. Let's move to Melvin Gordon, as Heavy.com explored the idea of signing Gordon, which, okay. Gordon was cut last year by the Denver Broncos, and the life as a running back is unfair in the NFL. Let's put it this way. Gordon once got a 2-year, $8 million deal from Denver and then wanted more money, never got paid the way he wanted to get paid in his time in the NFL. And now he's got a fumbling issue. He's had one for a while. Just turned 30. And when the wheels fall off at running back, they fall off early and they fall off quickly. We'll go more in depth about what I mean by that. But first, we keep talking about backs on this show because people keep talking about it. We talk about what the fans and the media talk about, right? What running back, if any, do you guys want to sign? Go ahead and drop that player name for me in the comments. Gordon's issues were not that far removed from him being a borderline 1,000-yard rusher. Now, the issue with Melvin Gordon is, for the most part, he's never been the most efficient runner. He did run for 4.6 yards in 2020, 4.5 in 2021, 5.1 back in 2018, but there's been actually more sub 4 yard per carry seasons than there's been above 4-yard per carry campaigns. There's some pass catching value, but he looked bad in Denver. Could not get on the field on the Chiefs. He was technically a practice squatter for them, which makes him technically behind Ronald Jones, although I'm not sure Rojo's really that much better at this stage in their careers. So Melvin Gordon falls in the, as I've said before, let's check in after camp or during camp. I want to see what these young guys can do. I know he's a bit of a household name, but you're not getting 2018 Melvin Gordon anymore. So because of that, I'm not that interested.